attendance or those who will be, are we Zooming or Skyping or Blue Jeaning? Yeah, I saw that. Videoing in. So if we could, we'll call this meeting to order and ask the secretary to call the roll.
Senator Adams. Senator Givens.
Here.
Senator McGarvey. Senator Parrott. Senator Thayer.
Here.
Senator Turner. Senator Wilson. Representative Carney. Representative Graham. Representative Hatton. Representative Jenkins. Representative McCoy.
Here.
Representative Meade. Representative Miles. Representative Osborne. Senator Stivers.
Here, there is a quorum. The LRC is fully constituted and duly authorized to conduct business. First of all, I want to start by saying thank you to everybody for being here or making time to come here today for this meeting. I want to recognize that several people are wearing masks, and if I look at the LRC director, I believe some of those masks were made in Corbin, Kentucky at the Southeast Kentucky Rehabilitative Industries. Just let you all know that's where they came from, back in Eastern Kentucky, out of my district. So that's something I always put a plug in for. But with that, I don't think there's anything else but to get down to the business at hand. And I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes, December 19th meeting.
And to accept items A through I under staff and committee reports, approve items A and B under new business, and accept and refer as indicated items 1 through 37 under the communications. I'm assuming that that motion still continues, Senator Thayer.
Yes, it does.
Second is a perpetual motion by Speaker Osborne. So is there any question or discussion about these items? They are contained within the book that we always tender prior to the meeting. Seeing, oh yes, Representative Jenkins.
Thank you, President Stivers. And I don't know if it's appropriate this time. My curiosity is on the interim joint regular meeting schedule under new business B. Have we made has any decision been made about whether those will be, there'll be the opportunity for members to join those remotely?
I believe we are setting up the protocols to do just as we have done with Senator Givens. And I believe there are discussions with the executive branch for individuals we may wish to appear before us, to be able to do it either in person or as individuals who are not being able to see the audience, see how our staff and members of the press are appropriately socially distanced. So we are putting those together in conjunction with the director of the LRC of how we can Skype, Blue Jean, Zoom, whatever. So yes, those are things that have been considered and will be set out in protocols as we go forward through the interim.
Thank you, and including with that is the protocol for citizens to address the committee.
And let me take that up. I believe we've had a discussion with the director, and I'm going to look at the director to make sure I don't misquote anything. We are looking at ways to Zoom and Skype and stream and all the other things that my children know to say, but I don't.
You're getting pretty good
because
at
I'm
it.
much older than they are. We are also looking to, because of the conditions and circumstances, looking at some of the federal funds to update our system, because if you will notice, Senator Givens, and I don't mean to particularly pick on Senator Givens, our equipment is somewhat outdated, and you will know that his picture and image and sometimes his speech is staggered, for lack of a better term. It is not a smooth imaging. So we're looking to upgrade that as well due to this. So there are several discussions going on about how we can more effectively communicate and conduct our business in the committees, both at the interim level and during session, with better equipment and protocols.
Wonderful, thank you.
Speaker Osborne.
Just a quick follow-up on that, Representative Jenkins, there will be a directive coming out from our office later today as far as protocol for our members, our House members, and them being able to, and reimbursement protocols and things like that.
Any other questions or discussions on this? Oh, okay. Senator.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I got from Senator Wise gave me an update on Representative Carney this morning, and just thought I wanted to share it with everybody. Bam continues to be at Norton's Hospital. He did get moved out of ICU last Friday, and they continue to monitor his drains. He still has 3 drains, and a drain study was done this morning. 2 drains were upsized today. 1 was moved around a little. The nurse said all 3 drains were draining well. He's had a good day, and they're thankful and ask that everybody keep praying for him.
Thank you for the
Thank you.
update. Let me amend this because I had the agenda, but something I'd asked the staff to look at for hopefully an amended perpetual motion and a perpetual second. At the end of the session, Senator Ernie Harris resigned from the legislature. We have appointed and asked Senator Jimmy Higdon, who was the co-chair of the transportation staff, to become the chair. And part of my motion that I would accept, and hopefully Senator Thayer and Speaker Osborne would agree to this amendment, is to approve Senator Jimmy Higdon as the interim co-chair of the Transportation Committee. Do you all have any objections to that, or will that be contained within your all's motions?
Please contain that in my motion, sir.
In your perpetual second? All right. Do we have any? Okay. So any other discussions on this topic? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Adams, Senator Givens,
Aye.
Senator McGarvey, Senator Parrott, Senator Thayer,
Aye.
Senator Turner, Senator Wilson, Representative Carney, Representative Graham, Representative Hatton, Representative Jenkins, Representative McCoy,
Yes.
Representative Meade, Representative Miles, Representative Osborne, Senator Stivers.
Yes. Motion passes. Now, we have, prior to adjournment, is there any other business to take up before Senator Thayer?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I believe the director is here. I have a question for him. We just approved under new business the new 2020 Interim Joint Committee regular meeting schedule, which is different from last year's, but not the same as before. And I know there are a lot of people watching the live stream today who are curious about the new schedule. And so, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask the director when that schedule will be posted onto the LRC website. Thank you, sir.
Not immediately after you all adjourn, but I look at our crack OSSET staff pretty soon. After you all adjourn, it will be posted to the LRC website for their review.
Very well. Thank you, Mr. Director and Mr. Chairman.
Do we have any other questions we want to direct towards the director? Seeing none, do we have any other motions? Representative Meade.
Thank you, Mr. President. We do have some personnel matters that we need to discuss, so at this time, I would make a motion to go into executive session.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a second. Due to the nature of the topic being that of personnel and potential litigation, we shall go into executive session.